Along the historic Route 66, the road known as the Mother Road of America, there are old hotels that once served as stopping points for millions of travelers. Over time, many hotels have fallen into oblivion, covered in the dust of time and shrouded in mysterious, eerie stories. The cracked walls, dark hallways, and the sound of the wind whistling through broken windows seem to hold countless untold secrets. The haunted hotels along Route 66 are not only ancient architectural structures, but also places that preserve the spirit of a bygone era, with countless legends and rumors that send shivers down the spine of anyone who hears them. Starting from Chicago, Illinois, Route 66 was once the lifeline connecting the east and west of America. Millions of people traveled through here in the early decades of the 20th century, carrying hopes, dreams, and fears. The roadside motels, from tiny inns to luxurious buildings, have witnessed countless life stories. But as new highways emerged, Route 66 gradually saw a decline in travelers, and these motels faded into obscurity. That was also when ghost stories began to surface, as if the spirits of the past still lingered here, unwilling to leave. One of the most famous hotels for its haunting is the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Although it is not located exactly on Route 66, it has become a symbol of the old hotels that carry the mystical breath of America. Built in the late 19th century, this hotel was once a resort for the elite, later converted into a hospital, a school, and finally returned to its function as a hotel. It is said that on quiet late nights, the silent corridors of the Crescent Hotel echo with the sounds of invisible footsteps, distant laughter, and sometimes the shadowy figures of guests who never left. Returning to Route 66, the La Posada Hotel in Winslow, Arizona, is a standout stop. Designed by the talented architect Mary Coulter, La Posada is a beautiful structure that blends Spanish and Mexican styles. But behind that beauty, many travelers recount hearing whispers, the laughter of children echoing in empty rooms, or a chilling sensation running down their spine while walking through the hallways at midnight. Some even claim to have seen the silhouette of a person in vintage clothing appear and then vanish in an instant. Located in Gallup, New Mexico, the El Rancho Hotel was once a favorite spot for many Hollywood stars when they came to film westerns. The walls are covered with nostalgic photographs. The rooms are named after famous actors, and there are even whispered stories about uninvited guests. Some say that on windy nights, the sound of soft music can be heard coming from the long-closed banquet hall, and the silhouette of a woman in a white dress quietly walks down the stairs before vanishing into thin air. In the West, the Oatman Hotel in Oatman, Arizona, is a must-visit stop. This is where Clark Gable and Carol Lombard spent their honeymoon, and it is also associated with many ghost stories. Guests who have stayed here recount hearing knocking on the door in the dead of night, heavy footsteps on the old wooden floor, and sometimes the sound of giggling coming from empty rooms. Locals believe that the spirits of former miners still linger here, along with the memories of a bygone golden era. One cannot help but mention the Mizpah Hotel in Tonopah, Nevada, a luxurious hotel once dubbed the Queen of the Desert. Built in 1907, the Mizpah Hotel is famous for the story of the Lady in the Red Dress, a ghost believed to be the spirit of a beautiful woman who was murdered right in the hotel. Many guests claim to have seen the silhouette of this woman gliding through the halls, leaving behind a faint scent of perfume, and an indescribable chill. The haunted hotels along Route 66 are not only places that hold eerie stories, but also witnesses to America's transformation over the decades. Every brick, every stairstep bears the footprints of countless generations of travelers, from those seeking new opportunities to those fleeing their past. As the night falls, amidst the dim lights and the sound of the wind howling through the windows, one can easily imagine the ghosts still wandering, unable to leave the place that was once their home. Nowadays, many of these hotels have been restored and opened to curious tourists who want to experience a chilling sensation and explore history. However, there are still quite a few places that remain silent, shrouded in darkness, waiting for the rare footsteps to pass by. For those who love adventure and are not afraid to face the mysterious, a journey along Route 66 to explore haunted hotels is an unforgettable experience. When you stop at an old roadside hotel, listen to the whispers of the wind, feel the strange silence enveloping the space, and don't be surprised if you sense an invisible gaze watching you from behind the closed door. For on this legendary road, there are souls and stories that still live on, waiting to be told through each generation of travelers. Route 66 is not just a road connecting the east and west coasts of America, but also a journey through time, where the past and present blend together, where haunted hotels become the gateway to a world of unanswered questions. And who knows, on your journey, you might become the main character in a new mysterious story, passed down through the ages on this immortal road.